If you feel too much tension in your lower back, you can put your feet on the mat with your knees up. You can take a moment here to really connect with your breath, with your mat. It's so easy to get stuck on everything that's happening before or after your time here. Take a moment to just leave the rehashing and the rehearsing behind. Being present and mindful is a great act of self-love. As we focus on the breath, go ahead and breathe in and out through the nose. You can take a deep inhale in, and when you reach the top, hold it for about 3 seconds. And then exhale. And at your exhale, hold for 3 seconds as well. If you want, you can now incorporate the Ujjayi breath, which is restricting the back of your throat. You breathe in through your nose and out through the restriction in your throat. Kind of sounds like an ocean. Remember to focus on the breath. Being very mindful of every inhale and every exhale. Go ahead and place your feet on the mat if they are not already. Keeping your knees straight up in the air, feet on the mat. You're going to take both of your hands, place them back behind the left part of underneath your knee, and pull your knee into your chest. Remember to try and keep your shoulders on the mat, releasing that tension that you might be holding up there and focusing on pulling the knee in. You should feel this in your hip flexor. You can wiggle your toes, circle your ankle. And on your next exhale, go ahead and switch legs, pulling the right knee into the chest. Being conscious of those shoulders, it's easy for them to pop up off the mat. Again, you can wiggle the toes, circle the ankle. And on that next exhale, go ahead and plant your right foot back on the mat. You're gonna grab back behind both of your legs, pulling both knees into your chest. If you want, you can kind of start to massage the spine on the mat. You can roll side to side, front and back. And eventually you can start to kind of rock yourself up until you make it to seated. Go ahead and place your left hand on your right knee. Take your right hand and put it back behind you for a spinal twist. Remember to let your breath do the work for you. On those exhales, it's a good time to kind of wiggle a little deeper into the pose. On your next exhale, go ahead and make your way back to center. We're going to switch sides, placing our right hand on our left knee, left hand back behind us.
See you clear.
All right, next exhale, go ahead and make your way back to center. We're gonna place both of our hands on our knees and we're gonna do Suki grind. When you are facing forward, you're gonna be inhaling and it's on these back scoops where you exhale. And you circle your body like you're stirring a giant pot or a cauldron. You make it back to center. You can go ahead and change sides. Moving in the opposite direction. All right, and on your next rotation, when you make it back to center, we're gonna go ahead and get on our hands and knees, tabletop position for down. Cat cow. Go ahead and keep your knees hip width apart, your hands shoulder width apart. And we're gonna create a marriage between our breaths. As we inhale, we're gonna go into cow. And as we exhale, you go into cat. And you can go as fast or as slow as you want, and you kind of create the pace that feels comfortable for your body and for your breath. When you make your way back to center, go ahead and touch your big toes, push your knees out to the sides of your mat, and then sit back onto your feet for child's pose. And you can kind of play with your knees as well. If you need them a little bit closer, this is a more wide-legged child's pose. So whatever feels comfortable for you. Your next exhale, you can make your way back onto tabletop. You can go ahead and plant your hands a little bit further in front of you than shoulder. Tuck the toes and the hips back into downward facing dog. And again, a really great thing to remember is down dog is actually about the back, not about the backs of your legs. So at any point, if it feels like too much tension right there, you can put a large bend in your knees. You can even get like a good bend in there. What I would like to do is walk the dog. So pedal your feet back and forth. Perfect. It's good to release that tension, especially the first couple down dogs are really tight. Remember to focus on the breath. Go ahead and bend the knees, step, walk, or hop to the top of your mat. Hands to the side, tree pose. Feet are rooted in the ground, hands naturally at your side, taking up space. I like to imagine a root system growing out of the bottom of my feet. You can imagine the roots growing deeper into the earth through your mat, through your feet. You can imagine the texture of the root, the consistency of the soil. Is it dry? Is it wet? Are there stones in your soil? Are there crystals? Are there rocks? Is your root system elaborate? Is it small? However it looks, remember that it is holding you deep and centered to the earth. On your next inhale, bring your hands high above head. And do a slight back bend, taking the hands back. And exhale to heart center. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on shins, spine is straight. And exhale, forward fold. You can put a bend in your knees again. Go ahead and exhale, hands above head. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, plant the hands. Step your feet back to high plank. Lower down to low plank. And then all the way onto your mat. Hands right underneath your armpit into low cobra. Baby cobra. Baby cobra. Hands are levitating, feet are off. You should feel this in your low back, your upper back. Plant the hands. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Stay here for 5 conscious grounding breaths. On your next exhale, go ahead and lift your left leg straight to the sky. And inhale, shoot it between your hands. You can drop the bottom knee, lengthen out the foot, low lunge. Go ahead and plant the hands, untuck the toe, send the left foot back, downward facing dog. On your next exhale, go ahead and lift the right leg up to the sky. And as you exhale, go ahead and place it between your hands. Low lunge. Remember to try and keep those shoulders away from your ears. Keeping conscious of our breath. Go ahead and plant the hands, untuck the toes, and back to downward facing dog. Go ahead and step, walk, or hop to the top of your mat. Hands to the side. We inhale, hands above head. And exhale, fold forward. You can actually meet yourself in a ragdoll here. You can put your hands under your elbows, maybe lengthen your hands down to the mat, whatever feels good. Right, back to standing. Hands up, inhale. Slight back bend. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, plant the hands. Step back. High to low plank. Chaturanga, upward facing. Downward facing dog. Use downward facing dog as a place where you can reconnect with your breath. Left foot to the sky. Plant your left foot between the legs. Up, warrior two. Go ahead and plant the hands, step the foot back, downward facing dog. Right foot reaches high. Exhale, placing the right foot. Warrior two. Place your hands on your mat, feet back behind, downward facing dog. Looking forward, bend the knees, step, walk, or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, hands above head. Slight back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands high, chair pose. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands on the mat. Stepping your feet back, high to low plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Lifting the left leg high. Go ahead and open the hip off to the side. And bend the knee. Go ahead and place the foot right between the hands. Warrior two. Go ahead and reverse warrior. Place the hands on the mat. Send the foot back, downward facing dog. Sending the right foot into the sky. Go ahead and open that hip. And exhale, bend the knee, plant the hand. Warrior two. Go ahead and reverse warrior. Plant the hands, step the foot back, downward facing dog. Bend the knee, step, walk, or hop to the top of your mat. Tree pose. Inhale, hands above head. Exhale, chair pose. Prayer twist to the left. Back to center, chair pose. And prayer twist to the right. Recenter, chair pose. Standing, very good. Inhale, place the hands. Step the feet back, high to low plank. Chaturanga, upward facing, downward facing dog. Left foot reaches high. Go ahead and send it between your hands. Warrior two. Go ahead and kind of square off your hips. You're gonna have your legs far apart. We're gonna go ahead and reach down, placing our hands as far down as we can. If you need a block, there's props. Okay. There you are. And you can adjust the setting. All right, go ahead and put a bend in your right knee and shoot down to the side. All right, go ahead and make your way to center, top of the mat. Inhale, hands above head. Slight back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, plant the hands on the mat, step back, high to low plank, chaturanga, upward facing, downward facing dog. Go ahead and lift the right foot high. Exhale, plant it between the hands, warrior two. All right, go ahead and square off the hips, hinge them down as far as you can. Go ahead and place a bend in your left knee. Right, make your way back to center, top of the mat. Inhale, hands above head. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, plant the hands, step the feet back. Lowering down, high to low plank, chaturanga, upward facing, downward facing dog. Go ahead and lift the left leg straight to the sky. And as we exhale, we're gonna twist it in and kind of weave it through our hand for half pigeon. Go ahead and untuck the toes, send the foot back, downward facing dog. Go ahead and lift the right leg up to the sky. And again, as you exhale, beat it through like a little needle. And remember that each side is different. Your left hip can feel so open, and then your right one can just feel so tight. So it's amazing how different each side of our body is. Go ahead and untuck the toes, sending the right leg back. Downward dog. Go ahead and step, walk, or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, hands above head. Exhale, hands to heart center. Stay here for 5 conscious grounding breaths. Go ahead and make your way down to your mat. You can lower yourself down. I'm going to use this block. I'm going to put this back between your shoulder blades. There we go. And you can kind of play with it if you want to keep your feet on the mat like that. You can rest your hands out to the side. It's an amazing shoulder opener, chest opener. Yeah, it definitely gets in there. Hate to be vulnerable. And it shows. Never no one like you before. So much love it overflows. I feel you warm, give you love. Say please don't let me go. I won't turn around. Only for the door. 'Cause I'm yours. For better or worse. Darling, know that you're never alone. I will lay here with you till everything's gone. I will lay here with you till everything's gone. I hate to be powerless, but some things you cannot fix. Some things you cannot control, but you can choose to let them go. I feel you warm, give you love. Saying please don't let me go. I won't head for the door, 'cause I'm yours. For better or worse, darling, know that you're never alone. I will lay here with you until the hurt is gone. I will lay here with you until the hurt is gone. On your next exhale, go ahead and take the block out from underneath you. And what we're gonna do is a bridge pose. You can kind of wiggle your shoulder blades together and then lift your butt up off the mat. And you can hold your hands kind of underneath you. Link your fingers together like you're holding hands and lengthen down through your arms. With any form of back bend or position where you're arching your back at all, I think it's really important to be gentle with yourself. Give yourself grace. Our backs hold so much tension. Go ahead and gently lower down. We're going to make our way to a seat. As you inhale, lift your hands. Well, first let's fix the adjustment of the feet. So your right foot should be under your left knee. And when you look down, you should see this little triangle. So don't have like a very tight crisscross applesauce, kind of like a looser. As you inhale, lift your hands high above your head. And as you exhale, slowly fold forward, walking your hands far in front of you. And at any point, if you would like a block or anything, there is one next to you if you want it. You definitely don't have to use it. Slowly walk your way back up to seated. And we're going to go ahead and lay on our tummies. What we're going to do is you can start with your right arm. You're going to lengthen it out to your side and then roll over onto your right hip. You can use the ground to kind of push you up. You can be gentler with it, lying on the side of your face. Go ahead and gently roll back to center. Taking a minute, you can kind of Move your arm a little bit. Might feel a little bit of tension. And in your own time, when you're ready, lengthen out your left arm, rolling onto your left shoulder. On your next exhale, go ahead and make your way back to center. What we're going to do next is just get in a comfortable position, whether that's on your tummy, on your back, child's pose, whatever feels good and comfortable for you. I have a quote by Alan Cohen that I really enjoyed, and I thought maybe you could meditate on throughout the day after leaving this practice. It says, "Gratitude, like faith, is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it grows, and the more power you have to use it on your behalf. If you do not practice gratefulness, its benefaction will go unnoticed, and your capacity to draw on its gifts will be diminished. To be grateful is to find blessings in everything. This is the most powerful attitude to adopt, for there are blessings in everything." You can go ahead and get into a fetal position, lying on your most favorite side. Staying here for a moment, embracing a warm hug for yourself. You can go ahead and plant your hand on the mat whenever you're ready, getting yourself into seated. Clasping the hands together, thumbs to third eye, bowing forward in gratitude. I acknowledge the light, the love, the beauty, peace within you, for it is within me. For that, we are united. Namaste. Do you feel